I'm just going to put some of this lovely stuff on my face. This is aloe vera gel, and I don't know if Poundland still do it. This has lasted me for months. This is only £1 in Poundland. Well, I believe it still is £1. And it's so refreshing. So I just have a little bit like that, and I just nice and cool. Oh, it smells really nice. And because I have fair skin, I normally have to get very careful what I, but cooling, soothing and moisturising for all skin types. Yeah. Oh, so nice. Like I say, it's very, very good in the summer as well. But if you're like, sweating and like, I'm all shiny. Hi everyone, it's Martin. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a nice weekend. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so this video, so you're gonna see, it's just a mixture of everything. You're gonna just see my my meals and stuff, and just some of my meals, and then and the other week I bought 2 Garnier face masks, and I used one, the green tea one, the hydrating and green tea, and this is the lavender one, and I put it somewhere and I couldn't find it, and I could, and then I was rummaging through a few things and I come across it, so I'm going to do this in a moment. So but first I just want to give a mention to 2 of my friends, Elaine, because she always used the Garnier face masks, and she recommended I use them. So they're really nice. They're £1.99 in Tesco's. I don't know how much they are in other places. And also I want to give a mention to one of my other friends, Sharon, on here, a lovely lady, and she asked me if I do a video just talking about like my weight loss journey, and I've got my water here, my Volvic water. There's the apple and blackcurrant one. never tried it before, but I thought I'd give it a go. It's quite nice. Um, Sorry, going off the subject now. She asked if I do a video talking about um, like me getting into my healthy eating and stuff and all that. So just want to have a little talk. What made me get into my healthy eating and why I decided to do it and that. So yeah. Okay, so the reason why I decided to start eating healthy and try and lose a bit of weight and more importantly doing it for my mental health. I know a lot of you know that I suffered with mental health over the years, and I suffer with like my confidence, lack of confidence, and anxiety. um I just, like, through life, I've experienced like a lot of bullying in my life, from like my stepfather. We were never really close, and and he always used to put me down, and I was always bullied by the kids in my street and at school. I was bullied by teachers, so I just had bullying everywhere. And then when I went on to, like, when I got older and I got jobs, I was bullied by other people because I was soft. I lacked confidence, and I was a nice person, which they take your just took me for advantage, just sort of like played on my weak side. So I've kind of had like bullying like everywhere. I've experienced it from everywhere, and just and I know I'm not the only person who loses people, and suffers bullying, but I've had quite a few losses in my life. As you know, I lost my mum last year, and when I was 16, I lost my real nan, my mum's mum. She passed away, and I was with her when she passed. I lost my real dad when I was 9. I was very close to him. So although it's made me kind of like a stronger person, but it's also kind of, I don't know, it just kind of stays with you and scars you. Kind of, it's not things that you get over. It's just you learn to live with. I've just over the years always lacked confidence. I would worry about the most littlest thing. Like, I would feel uncomfortable dancing in a club because I felt like I weren't dancing properly. I felt like people were judging me the way I was dancing. Just little things. I used to just really overthink things and stuff, and just used to let things get to me. And as through the years, I've kind of got stronger, and but I think losing my mum, although I struggled, and sometimes I still do, there's days where I still get, God, I wish she was here in person, because I just want a hug from her, or I want to just her to tell me, everything's all right, it's fine, just like life just seemed more easier, and understanding kind of thing when she was here, and you only have one mum, it's just, yeah. um and I think it's, um although I still wish I'd give anything to have her back in person, but I found kind of like over the like last couple of months some positive things, you know her passing away, because she's passed her strength on to me, because she wanted me to carry on living my life. She wanted me to, I used to say things like, if you go, I go, and she was like, no, 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 none of that, no, no, don't talk like that. She'd say to me, still visit the places we used to go to. I know I may not be there in person, but I'll be there. And she wanted to see me carry on living my life, going to the places that we went to, meeting up with friends, and living my life, going out and enjoying myself. She worried that I would turn to drink and get dependent on drink and end up homeless or something, and be out on the street or something, losing my job. And I made a promise I wouldn't go down that road. You know, I like a drink. I still like to have a drink. I'm very careful with my drink now. I um I was very dependent all my life. I was dependent on drink. I wasn't an alcoholic. I was dependent on it, if that makes sense. And I just used to use it to block out things, and um it's like kind of a coping mechanism, but which obviously, it's not the right path to take. Um, um, so I believe that she's passed her strength over to me. Little things like I used to be scared of spiders, and now they don't bother me, because she wasn't scared of spiders, and I can stick up for myself now. If people give me shit, then I don't take it. Um, I've learned to stick up for myself, and I have that confidence now of where if I was walking around a clothes shop and I saw a woman's top that I liked, I pick it up and I think, oh, I like that, and Mum would say, well, buy it then. Don't worry about what people think. And then I'd put it back. I'd be like, oh no, I can't buy that. No. Now I just don't give a fuck what people think. I've got to that point in my life where, okay, so me eating healthy and something I'd never thought I'd actually see myself doing is walking places, walking home and going for a regular walk. I just did not like walking. I just didn't like it, and it was getting to a point where my mental health was just crippling me. It was getting to the point where I basically nearly lost my job because I was on my last live warning. I was taking on other people's problems, and not there's anything wrong with being there for your friends, and but it got to the point where I was taking on my friends' problems to the point they were becoming my problems, which they're not really, and they were fine. They were getting on with their life and they were okay, and then I'd take on their problems, and it was really getting me down. And then when I stopped to think, I thought, well, it's not really my problem, and it was really upsetting me. And it was really, I had friends pissing me about, and if I let them down, or was pissing them about for whatever reason, they were quick in like reminding me, oh, you let me down, and that kind of thing, and for good enough reason, because my anxiety got the better of me or something, but if they let me down or they were pissing me about or something, it was different. I just had to accept it. Um, so I remember putting in 2 lots of letters at work, and a request form to lower my hours. I prefer to do like shorter shifts. I don't want to be sat there, call me a lazy fucker or whatever, but I don't want to go to work and sit there for a whole 9-hour fucking shift. I want to rock up, go there for 4 hours, do what I have to do in the morning at work, at home, sorry, get on, see to my cats, have a lie in if I want to, do what I have to do, and I've got all day to get ready. I'm not rushing around. And then go in, do 4-hour shift or 5-hour shift, do my shopping, come home, get on with the rest of my day, do cooking or chill out, watch YouTube, whatever kind of thing. I don't like doing the early mornings, if I'm being honest. I don't like, yeah. And I was just making myself so ill because I wasn't getting enough sleep at the night before. I was like going into work, I was getting anxiety, I was getting anxious, I was getting shakes, I was shaking and just felt like the sort of room was closing in on me. I just, I remember putting in 2 letters that was put into my records, and then basically just got tossed under the carpet because the manager we used to have, because she was as much used as a chocolate bloody teapot, selfish bitch that only cared about herself. But we got a new manager now, um, and I remember filling out a request form and then asking questions like, why do you want to lower your hours? And I said, because of my mental health, and that I want to do, lower, shorter shifts, and that I prefer to do the evenings. There was a question on there, how would it benefit other members of staff? And I'd be like, well, I don't want the hours. Other people want the hours. Oh, well, it's not as easy as that, they say. Well, then it's like, well, don't ask the fucking questions then, why put them questions on the form? So, but then it got, like I say, I took too much time off and they took out the equation that, that me losing my mum, but it was because of, I was having so many migraines and upset stomachs, and it was all to do with anxiety and mental health, because where I was worrying myself so much going into work, and now, and they realised that they couldn't let me go and that they had to do something about it, and they had to look into it. And finally they did. And with their help, it's helped me, because, you help others, you can't help yourself until you help, So I finally got the shifts that that I feel comfortable with. And I just realised I couldn't carry on going through life the way I was eating, because I just lost all interest in cooking. One, because I was still grieving for mum, and I just, I lost all interest in cooking. I just wasn't, and I'd come home, and it was just easier because I had the cats fussing around my feet, and I had a million and one jobs to do, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I can't be asked to cook. Can't be bothered. And I was doing like long shifts, not now, but I was. Let's just snack out on chocolate and crisps. And I was eating that every single bloody day, and I was just eating in bed. I was eating at stupid o'clock in the morning. It'd be like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, a great big bar of Galaxy, a family sized bag of crisps, a big pint of milk or something, and I was really just having a lot of breathing problems, and it turned out that, it was because of the way I was, my lifestyle, the way I was eating, and and I just thought, I can't carry on like this, because I can't carry on like sitting up in bed, the stuff in my face and going through like having breathing problems. When I was out and I was doing shopping, I was walking around, I was getting right out of breath. Just when I got home in a taxi, just getting out of the taxi and lugging 2 big heavy bags of shopping, I was literally out of breath. And I thought, no, I can't be like this. I can't, so I just thought there was time to something, do something about it. And I know I'm not going to have a body of a god overnight. I don't have any desire to have rippling abs and muscles out here and look like Tom Daly anytime soon, but it more importantly for my mental health, because my job was on the line, because I was taking on too many people's problems. I just wasn't in a good place. People were just treating me like shit, and I was like, my job wasn't really helping me, weren't really understanding, and I was just eating crap basically. And I just thought, in the end, I just had to turn my life around. And and every time I googled, I thought, what's the best thing for mental health and anxiety, and it said exercise and walking. And my first thought was, oh, I don't want to do that, I don't want to exercise. But then I have a good friend at work called Alexandra, and she's so lovely. She's really bubbly, and she has lost an amazing amount of weight. And I just saw a picture of her one day, and I was like, wow, you know, she's such a fucking inspiration. She really is. Excuse my language. And I just thought, you know what? If she can do it, so can I. You know I'm not going to lose weight overnight. Um, but I just, more importantly, had to do it for my mental health, because my mental health was really, really, really just crippling me, you know, to the point where like I say, I nearly lost my job. I've had friends, so-called friends, and you know who you are, because I believe they still watch my channel. Um, you know, and I've had to let them down, you know, and I've probably pissed them about because I've let my anxiety get the better of me, you know, and you know, they've pissed me about, and then I question, are they really friends? You know, but I've had them like walk out of my life. I've put people out of my life. I've put negative people out of my life, negative stuff out of my life. I'm just in a good place in my life now. I don't drink a lot now. I don't drink. I do drink, but I will go out once a month. I'm eating a lot healthy. I'm taking vitamin tablets, vitamin A, B, C, well, whole alphabet of, yeah, anyway. But I'm taking vitamin tablets. I'm eating a lot healthy. I'm eating more salads. Um, I'm walking home. Um, I didn't get to walk home last week because Tuesday I would have walked home, but I had like loads of heavy shopping. It was too far to walk home with like heavy shopping. And Wednesday I met up with one of my old school friends, so I ended up getting a lift. But I exercised my arse off at the weekend, because I was and ahhing about going out Saturday, going out today, like I'll do. But then I thought, oh no, because I don't. Although I need a couple of things, it'd just be me spending more money that I haven't really got. Um, the weather was shit anyway, and so I just snuggled up on my bed after I'd done all the washing, done my dinner. I exercised, done my dinner, and then my house. Um, lunch, dinner, yeah, and then put the washing on in the washing machine. Um, then put it all in the dryer to dry, and then had snuggles on my bed with my cat Soxy, and had a couple of naps, and just yeah, and then thought I'd come on YouTube to to talk to you guys. Um, and I just thought I'm gonna have a relaxing weekend, sod it, because I got a really busy week. Monday, I'm meeting up with the girls from work. I'm meeting up with my friends Millie, Harmony, Alex, and Mel, and we're going to Weatherspoons for breakfast. So I will be on here on Monday to video um, my breakfast and whatever I buy. I need to go into Poundland and get a couple of things. Probably pop in Savers or Wilkinson's. Tuesday I've got work. Wednesday I've got work. Thursday I'm meeting up with my friend Michelle, and I'll tell you a little bit about Michelle. Me and Michelle met back in 1992, so we've known each other 30 years. 30 years this year, and we just lost touch. And she used to be my old dinner lady at high school, and we were just on the same wavelength, and we used to be like joking about, and we used to be like bit like naughty and stuff, you know, not ever so bad, but we just used to have a laugh. And we're back in touch now. We haven't seen each other for years, and we've got each other's number, so we're meeting up. And she lost her dad last year, like I lost my mum. um, and then Friday I'm back into work, and then Saturday I'm out painting the town red with my friends Kirsty and Sarah, because it's 80s night in one of the clubs that is near me. So you will see me all dolled up to the nines with my pink wig and dress and God knows what else. I don't know what I'm going to be, who I'm going to be. I think I'm Cyndi Lauper. I think my friend Kirsty's going as Madonna. So I'm having a relaxing weekend this week, doing sod all. But yeah, so back to like my eating healthy and like, you know, taking exercise and walking and stuff. It was more because my mental health was just getting in control of my life. It was taking over my life. It was in control of me, and to the point where I nearly lost my job. I was losing friends. Friends were walking out of my life, and now I've realised. I thought to myself, which is probably a good thing, really, because I don't need those people in my life now. You know, you know, don't you know? I have no desire to have them back in my life. They don't fit in my life anymore. I've moved on. I've got new friends. I'm in a good place now. I'm so focused and determined, you know. I like my life. I like me now. I feel body confident. I feel confident in clothes and experimenting with clothes. I feel comfortable in makeup and experimenting with makeup. When I put it on, I'm not so like, I just go with, I just, you know, I don't give a fuck what people think, you know. I don't worry about, you know, little things. I mean, you know, not to the point where it's not that I don't care or I'm sweeping it under the carpet, but if the gas and electric's low, you know, say like there's £1 something on there, you know, I just think, do you know what? I'll put it on tomorrow. You know, what's the worst that's going to happen? You know, I mean, they turn my electric off. I can sit in candles or something. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's really. I mean, I don't want to sound like I don't care, but you know, there's just things that I was worrying to the point where, you know, I didn't need these negative people in my life anymore, bringing me down, and I didn't. You know, I just needed to make some changes. You know, and I'm just in a more positive place now. I feel confident, and I know that you know, if I see one of my haters, I just don't give a shit. I don't, you know, I don't think, oh God, what am I going to do? What will they do? You know, or whatever. You know, I couldn't give a shit. I really couldn't. You know, I mean, obviously, yes. If I end up like getting a flatter stomach through all this, you know, and you know, and end up losing weight, I mean, great, but more importantly, it was for my mental health, and I never really stopped to think really that it would change other people's lives. And I've got so many friends inboxing me on Facebook, and I've got friends on here saying that you've inspired me to start eating healthy, and asking me what I'm eating and what I'm doing, and I never thought I would end up making a change, not only for myself but for my friends on here. You know, it's just, and that's just really overwhelming. It's a more motivation boost kind of thing. You know, it just motivates me more to even go on. You know, I've just noticed like with my clothes getting more looser now. You know, walking home, it used to take me an hour, where it takes me about 20 minutes now. You know, I'm enjoying the walk. I'm not out of breath. I mean, there's a couple of, when I walk home, there's a couple of hills that still, like, you know, I mean, they're a bugger, but, you know, but other than that, I've just, I'm the most confident I've ever been, you know, and you know, and I just wish I became this person years ago when my mum was here in person. And it is overwhelming because I used to feel very uncomfortable, and I didn't feel confident enough to wear makeup. And even when I did do it, I would really question about it, and I felt really uncomfortable, and I thought, oh no, I'm going to wash it off. I felt uncomfortable in ladies' clothes, I mean, I don't prance ass around in bloody, fishnet stockings and whips and chains and all that kind of malarkey and princess dresses and that. I mean, if people want to do that, fair enough. That's cool. But I don't. I like this top I've got on is a woman's top. Um, Going out in makeup and um, and having the confidence to embrace that, and just having the confidence to wear makeup, wear ladies' clothes in front of shitloads of people and not give a care in the world. It's taken me a lot of years to get to that person, you know. Just, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm Slater and my stepdad, but he's very old hat. He's very stubborn, very set in his ways. He's like come from that kind of era, he's not very hot on gay people. He's kind of over the years kind of learnt to sort of mellow a bit about it, and all that, and because he has a brother who's gay, and so he's from that kind of era, like sort of, oh, if you've got a problem, I'll just suck it up, get on with it, kind of thing. He wasn't very close with his 3 sons, and just so yeah. And I'm a big softie, whereas he's not, so that's where we just clashed, and he's just, yeah. But I just don't give a shit in front of him now. I mean, I'll just walk past him in makeup and that, and if he sees me, I think, so fucking what? It's like on Saturday when I'm going to get dolled up to the nines in a bloody, tutu dress and makeup and wig and shit, and, if he sees me, I'm like, well, yeah, and what? Life's too short to to worry too much about little things. And it's surprising the amount of things we worry about, and it's easy to worry, I mean, it is easy to, I mean, you can easily tell people, oh, don't worry about it, but, um, but when you really stop and think, there are some things in the world where the most littlest things, they really are not worth worrying about, because would it worry about you? Would they worry about you? And also, don't cry over things that wouldn't cry over you. So, do you know what I mean? So, I hope I've helped you guys with this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I do. I really do. Yeah, so I'm going to, I've had a shave, had a nice shave. I'm looking all pinky, aren't I? I matched my top. Well, not matching. So I'm going to pop this on in a minute. Yeah. I've had my radiators on. So I'm feeling a bit like, ooh, a bit dozy. Feeling a bit dozy. Yeah, because I've had, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna, stop waffling. I'm gonna pop this on, and yeah, and I really hope you've enjoyed the video, guys, and give it a thumbs up, and yeah, if you want to drop me a message down below, and yeah, please do so. It'd be nice to hear from you, and just again, thanks so much for watching, and I love you all, and thank you so much for your support. Thank you ever so much. Honestly, it truly means a lot. It really does. And I'll see you on Monday. I'll see you on Monday, because no doubt I'll be popping into the likes of Poundland and stuff, and I'll be bringing my breakfast to you guys. Yeah, I'll be doing a little video of like going into spoons, Weatherspoons, and just like, you know, and that, and excuse me, and my breakfast, yeah. So yeah, again, thanks so much for watching, and take care, guys, and have a good rest of the weekend, whatever you're doing. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you later, guys. Bye for now.